I had to finish wiping my ass. And I got this new thing, dude. This is kind of gross, but dude, I turn the faucet on now, and it gets the toilet paper wet before I do my final wipe. And you think you got a clean wipe? Try getting that shit wet and wipe it. You ain't got a clean wipe. Let me tell you that. I was doing the Reggie Jackson thing, right? So I said, dude, I was probably like 10 years old, 9 years old. And I said, if the Yankees are in town, this is what was going on in my mind. I said, if the Yankees are in town, well, they have to be staying somewhere. And the place they're staying has to be a fucking motel. So, and we lived in a trailer park that was like maybe 5 miles from the stadium. And I knew where all the fucking, because when I go to school, we would pass the fucking little rural stadium, and I'd see all these motels with the names, right? So I said, something in my mind said, okay, if they're staying here, they're going to be staying at one of these 3 motels by the stadium. There was the Adams Mark, the Doubletree, and some other fucking Kansas City motel, right? So, and then my mind said, okay, you're a kid. If you call, they're not just going to let you talk to Reggie Jackson. And then, like, this, dude, this is how dude, I swear, like, it's like I've always had these voices in my mind. And my other voice said, he's not going to check himself in under Reggie Jackson. Said, what's the this voice in my head said, who is the manager of the team? I promise the manager of the team has to have some type of check-in. So I called the manager. I looked it up. I got my baseball cards. I looked out and I said, okay. So I called Dad and Mark and I said, I think at the time it was, fuck, dude, it wasn't Don Manning. Don Mattingly was first base. Oh, fuck, dude, I can't even, dude, I swear I can't remember who it was, but I looked at my card. I called the Adams Street. They said, such and such rooms, please. And they said, no, they're not here. And I said, okay. So I called. The third one I called, I got through. I said, I'm 9 years old. Reggie Jackson is my dad's favorite player. Can you talk to my dad? And the guy's like, you guys aren't coming to the game? And I was like, oh, my dad works. And we didn't get to the game, but I promise you, dude. I said, I got school tomorrow and all this. And, motherfucker, my dad talked to Reggie Jackson, dog. My dad talked to Reggie Jackson. I swear to you. But hey, brother. Wait. This is a test. Are you listening to me? Do you believe that? Do you think that's true?
I mean, I really don't know for sure. I mean,
well, what do you think? Yes or no? Do you think that's true?
Taking your word for it.
That's not true. But I'm showing you how easily somebody can manifest truth. That was an exercise, dude. That was an exercise. Be proud of yourself, because I know you didn't believe that. That's how this shit works, dog. If you are always at a place where you're being fueled by others' emotions and what they think, and they're hyping you up and you believe it, you'll never know the truth. But if you stay anchored in who you are, nobody can fucking fool you. Remember when I told you the main man, that fucking the mafia guy that showed me around Mississippi and everything? He said, if you can't flatter him, if you can't impress him with truth, baffle him with bullshit. It's basically what he's saying. Like, look, and here's the thing. Why do you feel like you have to tell the truth to everyone else? Do you feel like they're always telling the truth to you? The biggest trick in life is feeling like you have. But see, I do, and you know I am. But I'm saying, like, to the haters, not to the real people, but to the haters. Like, when a hater comes up and fucking with you, and you know they're fucking with you, say whatever the fuck you want to them. You have no obligation to tell the truth to someone that's lying to you. No obligation at all. The truth rests inside of you and who you are. If a motherfucker's playing with you, you play back with them 10 times harder than they ever fuck with you. They want to come at you with some shit that's fucking out of this world, you come back with 10 times shit out of that world. Don't let them, if a motherfucker is a fake truth, don't let him know your real truth. Don't let him know. Well, Oh, you got Chiron, our homie.
Yeah, and see, I take it differently than that. Like, I'm here to change that same game, that same duality, that same tango. It's like, no, like, we've all been influenced so much, bro. No, but we've been influenced so much by the competitive. Like, that's exactly what I'm showing. I'm showing the polarity difference. Listen, love. I mean, what did Christ have to do? You know, I mean, he protected love by being vulnerable.
Very true. But at the same time, though, he was vulnerable, but he wasn't no punk. He didn't. He
was very kind.
all those truths
It
and
was
all
gentle.
those things of Christ, like you said, yeah, he was whatever, and he was compassionate in that. But look, if he wasn't vigilant, we wouldn't even be talking about any of these truths. Tell me, you don't think allowing someone to nail you to a cross on your hands and feet is vigilant? That's vigilant, bro. He was the most vigilant one out there. He took it to the point where he was saying, I'm not only going to say it, I'm going to have you put it in my face, say I'm wrong, and let you kill me. Just to prove that this shit is real. That's vigilance, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like, yes, but you have to get outside of that box and outside of that frame of thinking. That you have to remain. Look, you will be pure no matter what you do if Christ is in you, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. But you have to quit. You focus on, your pureness and your truthfulness to Christ, yes, that's one thing. But your pureness and truthfulness to these people on earth, that's another thing. You don't owe them shit. You don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them the truth about yourself. You don't owe them nothing. Why do you feel obligated to tell the truth about who you are to someone who will manipulate you in a fucking second? Yeah, you're talking to Christ-loving people, true people, loving people. That's one thing. But you're a fool, man, if you play that same card with these people out there in this earth. Because they're not judging you. They're not going to be the ones. Why did Christ say, arm yourself up in my, Ephesians, the breastplate, the armor, righteous. He's saying, equip yourself, because one day you will have to fight. There's no reason to equip yourself with armor if you're never going to have to fight. And he's saying, look, be vigilant in who you are as a Christian. Share love and all those things you say that you're saying is true with your brothers. But anyone outside of that, show them the wrath. Show them the wrath. Look at the history of the Old Testament. That's all God did to those people. The wrath. You want to come against Christ's consciousness? You want to come against Christ's people? Expect something you never seen in your life. Like, I love it. I love it when Christ eventually does things for me. Like, and a lot of times he does it in a way like you said that. And a lot of people are totally misinterpreted and wrong on what they think violence is. People think violence is bodily harm. No, dude. If somebody's doing you wrong spiritually, that's violence against you. Violence is anything done against you unaccording to God's will. Doesn't mean somebody has to punch you in the face or stab you in the leg or do something like that. That's not what violence is. That's just physical violence. But true violence is anything that opposes the true nature of God. And when you walk in faith, and you walk in trust, and you walk in the Word, expect nothing but violence. Violence through words, violence through whatever. Violence is only the kind of violence that, let me tell you something, man. I would go as far as saying 90% of the world would avoid physical violence. Like, nobody, even in prison, dude, even in jail, knock on wood, very rarely is just physical violence just happen, dude. Like, to get to the point where you're projecting physical violence on someone, that's deep and personal. personal. And like 90, like I think the statistic is like 99 or 98% of murders are committed by someone that you knew you were in an argument with. Like, very few people are just asleep in their bed and they're just murdered. Like, if you're going to be murdered, there's a 99% chance that the person that does it, you will know exactly who it is. Like, it's not going to be some random fucking stranger or some shit. So it's like, violence is anything that comes against your Christ will, your Christ consciousness. Like, violence isn't just physical. Oh, dude, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, though, because it is physical sometimes. Like, I was in this Waffle House one time. Dude, I'm not even joking. I just served a loaded dope, dude. I made, like, dude, I probably had close to $7,000 in my pocket. And I had my homie with me, and I said, let's go to IHOP. Let's get something to eat, man. And I can get us whatever we want, dog. And we got whatever. I mean, it was like, I was just ordering this, all kinds of shit, just like bites and pieces out of it. But then, there was this white girl and this dude sitting at the table, the booth behind us. And I'll tell you, this is how scary physical violence can be, man. These two black guys walk in, and a third one walks in. And they must have been fucking this guy's girl or something. And they walked up and they said, hey, Alicia, or something like that. And I could tell the white guy was like getting heated, you know. Or rather, they'd been at the bar. I mean, this is like after the bar was closed. I don't know. All I know is this. And they kept talking shit to his girlfriend, like, hey, you come with us? And he, you know, took both of his hands and slammed him down on the table, you know, and the plates and the forks, everything made a loud noise, you know. And the minute he did that, this motherfucker just went whap, 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 whap. I mean, just wailed on this motherfucker. Just, like, and everybody come out of the kitchen, and I remember sitting there like frozen because I was like so scared out of my fucking mind, dude. I was like, because I could see like the spirit in that guy that was doing that, and I was like, this guy's capable of killing everyone here. And I was like, the biggest thing, dude, I can tell you, I'm always trying to say I'm a this and that. This is the only time in my life that I didn't. It's the only time in my life that I didn't react to a situation like that. Like, normally I wouldn't even think twice. I just would have grabbed my plate and just smashed it in that motherfucker's face or in his nose or something like. But I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But like, I saw something in this person that was like so fucking scary, dude. That I was like, dude, I was literally in shock. And I remember the dude was just knocked out, laying on the floor in the Waffle House. And the dudes ran out, and then everybody called 911, and ambulance came and everything. But his girlfriend was like, just, I'm sorry. He was like, fuck you. I was just like, oh, what a painful moment in life to witness, you know. But then, dude, but you think that's hard? Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck, bro. I've had, oh man, when I first came to Tulsa, you know, I can't say this is a true story. This is some real shit. I hope you're recording this one, because this is real, dog. This is real. And one of my friends, I was in Kansas City, but I had been serving pounds of marijuana into Tulsa. I'd take a trip into my friend. He worked as a maintenance man at this apartment complex, and I'd bring him a pound about every month, and then I would just drop it off, and I'd come back and get the $700. At that time, I was getting $7 for a pound. It's dirty, just shit. But they couldn't get it nowhere, so I'd come down, party for a weekend. I'd leave a pound, and I'd come back another weekend, party, and get the money, and leave another pound. And then when I was in Missouri, shit went down, you know, like the feds, like, I was living in a small town outside of KC, and we I mean, dude, we were making so much fucking money. We rented this plot of land. We didn't rent an apartment. We rented some acreage, and then we rented a trailer to put on it, and we were all living out of that trailer. And this is why you always need a dog, dude. And I'm a veteran, so like I can go to any animal shelter in the country, and I can get any animal there for $5 after they get neutered and spayed and shit, you know. So I went, I got the meanest fucking looking pit bull I could find, dude. I said, I want one that's been fucked with, whatever. And I brought it back. I said, wow. It was a really cool dog, by the way. But you know, all of a sudden, this is about 2 months. This is how patiently the feds wait before he got busted. We would send a guy in a cab to Kansas City. He was like 45 minutes away. And we'd pick a different guy every time, different cab service every time. And we'd give him the money, and we'd send him right to our guy's house, and then everybody knew what was going on. And nobody would even think about fucking us over or anything. You could. I mean, we put you in the cab. And my friend had one of those, at the time, those Broncos, those Ford Broncos were popular. He would follow the guy in the cab. Nobody knew it, but he would follow the cab the whole way. So then, about 2 months into this shit, dude, my dog would not quit looking at the woods. It would spend this entire night just staring at the woods and barking. And I was like, what the fuck? I told my man, I said, look, something's out there. I don't know what it is. If someone's trying to rob from us, or if it's, I don't know. But I said, something's out there. I said, watch this dog. I said, when I put it outside, watch the dog. I said, put its food out there and let it do its thing. And it would just sit and just for hours, just stare, just look at the woods, right? A couple months after this, we get in from a party night one night. I think, oh, dude, I brought in a load of ketamine. I picked up ketamine, crystal meth, 2 pounds of weed, probably, I don't know how many fucking, it wasn't my shit, man. Like, we would all take turns taking runs. And I don't know why, but this ketamine at the time, people were just loving this ketamine. It was gross. So then I said, and watch bitches too, because we had a quarter pound come out missing. This bitch stole it. I think she's the one that stole the bitch. But then all of a sudden, dude, lying in bed one night, just like the fucking movies, dude. No noise, no sound. Guns in my face. I'm straddled by this bitch, and it's almost like that moment in Back to the Future when dude puts on the headphones and he pretends to be Darth Vader or whatever. You wake up and you're like, whoa, and then you realize and you're like, oh, and they're like, all right, and then just it wasn't even for us though. It wasn't even for us. It was the people we were getting it from that they were wanting. So they tried to get us first to roll on them, and I just said, I was fucking with them hardcore. For the first, 2 days, dude, I had them on this story going so far that I think it gave everyone I knew time to get away. But, dude, there was, it was like a there's so many people living there that they couldn't, the one guy that had it in his name got the most heat, but, more of the story what I'm trying to get to is this. I've had feds, local cops, people right up in my face, evidence, had me in rooms, telling me I'll never get out, I'm doing 10, 20 years, all this, and I just go, bullshit, prove it. And I'm like, if you can prove it, and you have what you say, then why are you talking to me? wrap me up with my shit, give me my charges, and let me do my time. Because I'm not saying shit. And I stayed in there for like 3 days, right? On the 4th day, they're like, "You ready? You got your shit ready?" I was like, what shit? My fucking toothbrush? My fucking Bob Barker shit you gave me? I mean, and he's like, "You're done. You're out." And they're like, "Hey, can't hold you no more." And I realized then, I was like, it's a big, huge fucking game, dude. It's a big, huge fucking game. You're born in your life to do what you do. They were born in their life to do what you do. They try to get the best of you. You try to stay out of their shit. But my thing is, I never was a criminal, dude. I don't want to get it twisted. I was never someone that was a criminal. I wasn't. I was just serving dope, dude. I wasn't the, and, another thing, dude, is this. I've had lunch. It's just crazy. And that's what I'm saying, like, forgive me, but, like, I've played, and, like, I'm telling you, dude, like, maybe one day you'll stop discrediting me, and you'll do what I say, because I'm not bullshitting you. If you watched these few movies I'm telling you to watch, man, you can find them online for free. You don't have to go through Netflix to find these movies. Netflix is punk bitch. Netflix is like a fed that thinks he has all the information, but they know shit. But I'm telling you, if you watch The Recruit, The Adjustment Bureau, and have you seen Good Will Hunting? Have you watched Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon and Robin Williams? And Ben Affleck?
Maybe once a long time ago.
No. Alright, dude, if you watched Good Will Hunting, The Adjustment Bureau, and The Recruit, you would be a completely different person the next time I talk to you with your knowledge. Like, dude, like, wow. Holy shit. I know you think I'm just a fucking fake and a weirdo.
Well, I wouldn't have this much time going on.
If I was you, I would too. But the crazy thing is, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not. That's. And the reason you know I'm not is like I told you, dude. Well, for one, I say everything out loud. For two, there's other people here, like, well, they're not in my room, but, like, I'm not. Dude, do I sound like somebody that just chooses to manipulate? No, I do. I would tell you that one thing. I was telling you, I was just fucking with you that one, but, like, everything else, I promise you. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I mean, put me on the spot, dude. I promise you, dude. Like, everything I said is recorded. You could ask me questions, redo it, and go back to what I said. I mean, you have the capability to. If anyone could catch me as a liar, you have the capability to do it. Because I've said so much shit, dude, that if I was lying, I would have talked over myself, manipulated myself, and maybe a few times I might have come close, but it was only because the story was, dude, like, I don't know, it's just like every time I try to prove to you how real I am, all these stories from my past keep dropping in that I want to share, and I'm like, but I feel like I'm just, interested or whatever. Like, I remember, like, oh, fuck, man. Oh, fuck, dude, fuck. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Man, you, dude, you're definitely, did you go to Quantico or Virginia or fucking, like, you had to have, dude, if you're not CIA and you're not FBI, well, then you're not regular. I don't know, what are you, fucking, what am I leaving out? National Security Agency, NSA, or is that what you are, NSA? But here's the thing, no matter what you are, why are they interested in me? Because all I speak is truth. All this manipulation, all this shit going around. But maybe that's why, because I am the only one speaking truth. But whether you're whatever alphabet group you're a part of, you guys gotta admit, dude, that I just wish you guys would take me in. Like, get me out of this world, get me out of this life. Why can't I be part of y'all shit, y'all system? Haven't I proved myself enough? Like, I can do things, and I have the qualities and capability and tactics and skill level to do things that very few people in the program can do. So, like, why do you guys just keep me hanging out here on the outskirts of life with these ignorant people? Why don't you guys, when am I going to be recruited in? When am I going to be a part of it? How long do I have to wait? You know? It's like, fuck, man.
You're making me laugh.
Imagine if you guys trained me with skilled weapons, what I could do. Like, fuck, dude, I'm out here where you guys are afraid to go normally with my bare hands, and I'm still winning. Like, come on, dude, what would I do in the fucking organization? What would I do in the organization with all the tools you guys have? If I'm winning out here with my bare hands. I'm winning out here with my bare hands, dog. With my bare hands. And you guys are just watching me every day, and it's like, when are you guys going to take me in? You know? When am I going to get paid? Who gives a fuck about status or rank? When the fuck am I going to finally get paid for this shit? Because this is hazardous duty pay all day long, dude, for you guys. But for me, it's just everyday life. If you guys were to fucking take on this persona and put yourself into what I'm doing, you guys would get hazardous duty pay, you'd be getting all this shit, and I don't get nothing, dude. As a matter of fact, they steal and rob from me most of the time, so when am I going to get some type of reimbursement that I could just, and if you guys really want to see something, put some finance in my hands. I'll travel the fucking world, dog. But at least show me that it's worth it and it's respected. But I'm not just going to take off and entertain you guys for no fucking reason and be the top motherfucking ranked target individual, top ranked TV, top ranked live fucking whatever you guys call it, fucking live TV, whatever, top ranked motherfucker. You know? In my life, I'm sitting here like a nobody, but I got fan clubs out there that I don't even know exist. When the fuck am I going to get some royalties from this shit? The people on TV want it. They want to see it happen. They're rooting for me. When am I going to get some royalties from all this pain and suffering I'm going through? Or am I just going to keep, you know, being a major player, plugging you guys in? You know what it reminds me of? Like, dude, it's like this. Like, you know the lead singer from Sublime, you know? Bradley Noel. You don't know. But his name's Bradley Noel. But we got something in common. We grew up in the same, you know, 70s, 80s. And our favorite cartoon back in the day was Hong Kong Phooey. And Hong Kong Phooey, man, you don't even remember Hong Kong Phooey. You don't know Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey was a dog. He was like a detective dog, like a police dog, right? And he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He was lost. Every fucking case, everything, they signed Hong Kong Phooey. Oh, I'm trying to think of the way to, I'm going to look it up right now. It wasn't telling you. And Hong Kong Phooey always fucked up the case. He always fucked it up. He always put his foot in it. He always fucked it up. But there was this cat. His best friend was a cat. But the cat couldn't talk. The cat could only make sounds like Hong Kong Phooey would say something and the cat would just but he showed his expressions. You know what he was saying, and when Hong Kong Phooey, he always fucked it up. And the cat was the one that always gave him the clues to break the case. And Hong Kong Phooey would always take credit for it. He was a dog. And he would always take credit for it. And he'd be smiling, and the cat would always be in the corner going, trying to say, like, I did. That was me. I told. And it's kind of how they be doing me. They'll be like, I'd be giving out all this knowledge. They got me tongue-tied. And they're the ones going, well, I know this because of this. Well, hold on. Hong Kong Phooey, dude. I think they stopped making them, like, in the 70s. Like, oh, here it is. The Hong Kong Phooey song. Hong Kong Phooey. I can't believe they even have this on here. Are you shitting me? Oh, dude. This is a real fucking cartoon you should get into.
Mary, the telephone operator. Henry, the mild-mannered janitor.
We were always trying to figure out who was doing the shit. Because everyone was deceiving everyone. The Hong Kong Phooey always would figure it out. But with the help of his cat. Hong Kong Phooey, faster than the you and I. That's what it was. Yeah! And he was like, he could catch all the people deceiving people because he was faster than you and I. But he had his cat helping him. And he had this secret supernatural help, which is, to us, Christ. But in Hong Kong Phooey, it was the cat, which, in the cartoon, the cat was Christ. I mean, dude, that's what it is. And it's like, people are like, where are you getting this, oh, and then remember I told you cat's eye? Like, dude, I really hate living in a house where there's not a cat. And more than that, I hate living in a house where the cat doesn't love me the most. Yeah. I like seeing pets give other people love, but my pets need to know I'm the one, though. I know that sounds selfish, but it's the only thing in life I can control, man, is animals. And then they mean to control. Let me do this. You know, Chihuahuas, these gang stalkers, they were trying to target me with the time entry shit. And they tried to put their dog on me, and I love this, dude. Like, you don't have any times, dude. Like I told you, dude, like pit bulls and shit like that. Dude, I grew up around shit like that. Like, I love pit bulls. Dude, I used to, like I told you, like I went to the pound that time and I asked for the meanest pit bull. I said, I want the meanest pit bull you have here that gives you guys the most problems. So that's the dog I want. And they were like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. Because I know it's not the dog's problem, it's your problem. And I'd take the dog home. And because it was treated like shit, and I would treat it so well, dude, that dog wouldn't let nobody fucking... Dude, I could pass out. I probably got sexually abused so many times in my life, passed out, but when I had this dog, nobody could fuck with me, dude. And I mean, this dog, if anyone got close to me, even my best friends, that dog was like, sorry. Because the dog is human. The dog is like, look at the size of a pit bull's head. Pit bull brain is the closest size to a human brain. If you save a pit bull that's hurting, you might be scared of it. But if you save it, I promise you this, dude. You got a person like me on your side. You have a fucking chip skylark. And, because I am a pit bull. Because I go out their face. I'm not, yeah, I can be tame. And I'm a little guy, dude. But I'll tell you this. You know, nobody wants, if somebody chooses to fight me, very few people want to fight me because they know this. Doesn't matter how big I am. Doesn't matter how strong I am. It kind of does on the strong part, and it kind of does on how people don't realize how time slows down for me when I get in fights. And like, it's so easy. And the easiest people to fight are the biggest ones. I'll back down from a fight from a smaller guy before I will a bigger guy, because I know I can beat the bigger guy every time, because for one, I'm just way too fast. I mean, I don't have to prove it to anyone. Dude, the first thing I do, here, if you ever get into it with a bigger guy, here's the first thing you do. You don't box, you don't punch, you don't try to hit him. You only do one thing. Only that, look, if you're getting in a fight, dude, I beat up a 400-pound man, dude. Swear to God. And here's how I did it. Very simple. I let him help me beat him up. I learned this from Bruce Lee. If somebody's way bigger than you and you know they're going to destroy you through brute, like if they get their weight on top of you or they get a hold of you or whatever, then you have to do one thing. Big people cannot come up off their feet like we can. So you run into them and you just straight up bear hug them. All you do is make sure, I say bear hug because if you don't do this right, you'll get destroyed. But it will work. It will work. I promise it works every time, dude. I've had people go, holy shit. And I've had people pulling me off saying, get that guy off him. And they were talking about me. And when a guy was probably 6'4", dude, and here's what I did. But I say this is where it can go wrong. Because one time I was play fighting with one of my friends. It was a linebacker for the University of Missouri, Orangeburg, the Mules. And I tried to do this on him. And he just went and just knocked me off. But what you do is, it works. It will work 100% of the time. When he knocked me off, it was only because I didn't know this knowledge yet, and he told me. After I did that, he goes, and he told me this because of football. He was a free safety on the football team, and he goes, that's kind of what we do in football. He goes, if you would do this when you do it, no one could ever stop you. I don't care how big you are and how much bigger than you. He goes, if you do the bear hug and you plant your feet and you get low and you do the bear hug as low as you can, he said, dude, I'm telling you, this is a straight hardcore dude. We were in Orangeburg, Missouri, but he was from East St. Louis, and he said, this is the key. And he'll tell you, I listened, and I said, dude, I'm about to tell you, to save your life one day. This is no bullshit. I pride myself on this shit, dude, because I love wrestling, dude. I love it. But hold on. He taught me something that I never thought about in my life, because I'm tall and always go up big, and I try to take people down. He said, that works, but when he did that explosiveness on me with his massive upper body, I was in a bear hug, and he blew it off so much that he could have, 1, 2, 3, because my hands were exposed. So I said, how did you do that? And how can I keep that from happening? He goes, dude, you could have completely taken me if you would have done what they teach us in football. He goes, you went up high. He goes, you don't want to take the guy around his arms up by his elbows. You're giving him leverage. He goes, take him around his arms by his wrist and hit him low. And just plow and just plant your feet in the ground and just run, and just like you're trying to run through a brick wall. And he said, there's no way without his hands being able to move his leverage towards you that he could ever, if you charged him first, move his body weight back towards you. He's going on the ground. And he said, once he's on the ground, he goes, this is where it gets dirty. You just start kicking him in the face and kicking him in the eyes, and then get on top of him, and he's like, these were the dudes I was serving dope for, dude. He said, you take him low around the wrist, and think about it. You go low around the wrist, and you rise yourself up and put your body weight down. And he said, the minute he hits the ground, you just got to start throwing all your limbs, foot, whatever, and just mainly the face is the target. And he said, just boom, boom, boom. And he said, not too many human beings can take 2 or 3 kicks to the face before they knock out, And this has been proven true, not on me doing it, but I've been beat up. I should have been left for dead. Like, I don't even know I'm still alive. Like, I remember the beating going on, just kept happening, and I just lost consciousness. And I don't know how long they beat me after that, and I just woke up, and somebody saw me there, or somebody had seen it, and I went to a hospital, and I had press surgery, and I never did it. But no, that's not the worst, though. The worst thing they did is when they squeezed my head, and I still, like, every day, like, I think about you when I say this, because I go to wash my forehead and my face with soap, and I'm like, I feel it. I'm like, holy shit, man, I got a fucking Sesame Street head. Like, that's why I got the nickname Bert because I got that fucking like triangle looking head, whatever they call it. If you saw me, you know, bird guy. But I was doing my art. You know what I did? That tag the other day on the wall. This is the main reason I was trying to call you, dude. I tagged I've created a whole new form of art that doesn't even exist yet, and I want to put the label on it. And I want you to hear it first before you hear anyone else say it. And I'm calling it this right now. It's called Sesame Street art. The way I tag my shit and the way I draw my shit, it's all because of what I learned on Sesame Street, man. And it's such a, like, when I look at it, so many people go, "Oh man, that's something I'd see on Sesame Street," and I was like, "Fuck, dude! I just completely coin-termed a new form of art, Sesame Street art. Like, the shit that I do is Sesame Street art. Like, it's not like something you would go to a studio and you'd be like, oh, this, sit and stare at it. And it's simple art. It's like Sesame Street art. Like, it's art that's so simple, but if you tried to do it, you couldn't do it, dude. You couldn't do it. And like, what I get the most is like, oh, dude, I was thinking about you too. My old lady, her grandkids, the grandson and granddaughter, got to stay the other night with this man. Oh, it's the best night of my life, dog. And all I do is get out the art and get out the pads and pencils, and we start drawing. Another thing I do is this, because they're raised in I'm in the hood, and me and their grandma are in the hood, but they live in the hood in Tulsa, like the real hood. And she always should be telling me shit all the time. She's the one that told me I was a spirit, told me Jesus Christ told her all this stuff about me and everything. And I told her we start drawing it, and I just love it when she goes, "How do you do that? That's not fair. How can you do that like that?" And I'm like, sweetheart, I just love it, man, because it's like, and we watched that Boss Baby 2. I didn't know this. I was going to watch it with them, and it was like a series or some shit. But she was like, she calls me Papa. She's like, no, you got to watch it. She's like, Coco, you seen that? And I was like, no, have you watched that, dude? There's a cartoon thing on Netflix called COCO. It's like a Disney cartoon. And I had never seen it. And she goes, it's about you. It's about our life. And I was like, what? Dude, she put it on, and I was like, girl, oh my gosh, this is so real. This is so real. This is so real, dude, because, it was just so awesome, dude. Like, dude, the favorite people, dude, as much as I love to talk to you, and as much as our shit is awesome, the only human living things I like to hang around on Earth are animals. And I don't mean this in a perverted way, but it's kids, man. They're just so pure, man. They're just so fucking awesome. Just like, you don't have to, like, they can pick up on who is real, dude. And it's like, I'm not even flesh and blood related to these kids, but they would choose this over their flesh and blood every day. And I'm not saying that is a negative thing. I'm just saying it's because it's real. Because it's fucking real, man. Because it's like this. Because I'm not asking them to choose, they choose. And every day they're like, where's Chad? Where's Chad? And sometimes I'm so depressed, man, I'll just tell my girl, I'll be like, just tell them and sometimes I don't know who's on the end of the phone or whatever, and I just tell them I love them, and they're like they come over and they're like, that's their grandmother, dude. And they're like, no, if I leave the room, they're following me, dude. Like I told you, like, growing things love the sun. And if the sun leaves the room, they're gravitating to what, like, I mean, I don't care if I have to go pee, dude. They're cool. I can shut the door. But they got to be sitting right there. They have to be right there. They have to know. And I love it. And I love it, dude. I love it. I love it so much. Some people are like, oh, don't you get tired of those kids? I'm like, get tired of it? How the hell could you get tired of absolute pure innocence wanting to be around you? Like, I get tired of you guys. I can't trust you. Like, these guys, at least I know where they're coming from, where they stand, you know? It's like, it was so awesome. It's just so awesome. I mean, sometimes they'll get in trouble because they're like, get in the car. And they're like, no, we want to stay with Jen. It's like, and then I feel bad because I'm like, but then because, you know, take for granted when you're not the one that has to discipline them, and, you know, it's different. And, you know, I'm their grandmother's, well, ever since they've been born, I've been with their grandma, so I'm their grandpa. Like, not blood, but like, I mean, as long as they've known their grandmother, and it's just like amazing that, like, this last time I seen him, it'd been since Christmas, and I just thought, oh, don't care about me no more, and it was just like, remember this what we did last time, and they just literally wanted to pick up like it was yesterday where we left off, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, oh, it's so awesome receiving this energy like this, and then when I received it from them, I'm like, what do you guys want? You guys want pancakes, scrambled eggs? Come on, let's go in here. Can we help? Can we help? And I'm like, hey, yes, you can help. We're gonna put some trash bags down on the floor here, and we're just gonna get dirty. Pancakes, I don't care, scramble whatever you want, do whatever you want. And then here goes Nana. What did you can't make a mess like that. And they start to cower down like, hold on. I'm like, not in a bad way, you know, being a funny way, you know, like, yes, we can, you know, like, because they can't say that, you know, so it's like, and she knows I'm not being real. I'm just like, Nana, yes, we can. We are going to make you the best pancakes. You go in the room and you just shut the hell up. All I want you to do, and they love it. I'll say, Nana, I just want you to do one thing. You just go in there, you just shut the hell up and let us make you something. And they'll be like, yeah. And it's like, it's just so unimportant ignorance. But to the kids, it's like, man, I'm telling you, that's where it's at, dude. Like, there's nothing more I hate in life than seeing a kid have to take something serious that really don't matter. Oh, it just boils my blood, dude. It's like, I'm just like, oh shit, I just put my beer out in my main beer. I'm going to have to drink this beer with the cigarette butt in it. I'll do it. Because like I said, it's just taste. It doesn't affect the quality of the alcohol, but it does show the quality of me as a human being. Wow. No, but I just, oh dude, I feel like my main primary objective on this earth is, like I said, to cook for people and just make people feel comfortable, and just wherever there's uncomfortability felt, I'm willing to be the one that looks like the idiot to make everyone else's attention go off themselves, and like, I'm just like, Christ, put it on me, I can handle it. They might be hurting and suffering right now because I might be in a waiting room sometimes and I can just feel it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, put all this on me, I can take it. Just allow everyone else in here to feel comfortable. Just allow them to feel normal, allow them to feel safe or whatever. Put it on me. I can handle it. I don't mind feeling uncomfortable. I don't mind carrying their burdens on my shoulders. That's what I was put here to do for you, Christ, and that's what I'll do until I die. And I'll die even as a child, and growing up in school, I remember like getting stink bombs and busting stink bombs, and no one would ever suspected me, and I'd be like, just like I would do it when, like, I remember like there's one girl that was just so nervous when she did her book reports that she was literally like shivering. I knew it was her day to do a book report, and I knew she wasn't ready and she didn't want to do it, and I brought one of those stink bombs, man. I had one from like another state, and I busted it, and I just like invisibly, she didn't know I did it for her, but that's what I'm talking about right there. Is like, what do you know about doing something for somebody when they don't even know you're doing it for them? Like, I busted that stink bomb. She didn't have to do her book report. Everybody laughed, and here's the thing: we did come back at the end of the day, and she did do her book report, but the whole thing with the stink bomb was so rowdy that normally she was the one getting picked on, that everyone was just kind of talking about how funny that stink bomb thing was, and she just kind of secretly got to do her book report. And I was like, yes, Christ. I was on the bus home, and I remember just watching the trees go. I was like, yes, Christ, that's a win for us. And I was like, drop that stink bomb. They were more worried about the stink than picking on her. And I was like, oh, to me, those are just like little secret victories that we do in Christ that people don't even know He exists, dude. They don't even know He exists, dog, and we do shit for people like that. They don't even know we're even thinking about Him and we're doing it. It's crazy. Because they would never do that for us, brother. Never. But little secret angels do that for us all the time. But like, dude, this lady that I cut down today, like, oh, dude, she's one of the supreme witches around here, and like, she was all dressed up and just running her game, and I just let her string it out, and then I just went, and then she hit one thing on the head, and I just went, bam, dude, and dude, I probably wasn't in the right to do it, but I was in the right place at the right time with the right words, and she was just going, and just something in my brain was going. Because the people I live around, she's fucking with my old lady and using her to get rides and using her for her gas money and everything. And my old lady's such a pure soul that she don't see it. She's been taking advantage of her whole life. I finally asked her about 4 days ago. I said, "What do you really think about Raphael?" And she goes, "Well, I feel like he's been trying to upstage me with my grandkids," and I said, "Then why do you put up with it?" She said, "Well, that's my ride to Walmart." And I said, "No, fuck that." And today, after I knew how my old lady truly felt, when she come in running her mouth and shit, my old lady was just taking it. I said, I just said something real simple. I was cooking dinner for everybody, and I said, "You want one of these burgers or something?" And then I said, "You look real nice in your dress. You look real good. Everything looks real nice. You really projecting a real nice image." She goes, "Oh, thank you. I'm glad somebody notices." And I said, "Yeah." And then it went on. And then I said, but I said, I just can't hold it in anymore. I know who you are, and I see the truth in you, and I know who you talk to. And I said, she's going to leave out the door. I said, "When you leave out the door this time," I said, "I just want to make it clear that as long as I'm here," I said, "if Crystal's here and I'm not here, I can't speak for her. But I said, as long as I'm here, you're not welcome in this house. And you'll never step foot in this house as long as I'm in here." She's like, "Why?" And I just told the truth to her. And she just cowardly walked out the door. And my old lady's like, "How could you do that?" And I'm like, then I said, "Pull her up and tell her I'm sorry." And, but I said, "Put it on speaker so I can say it. So you can hear it, so you don't think any funny business, whatever." I said, "Sorry if I was wrong, but I know I'm not. And you've done 10 times worse things to me behind my back than I've ever called out to your face. So I said, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm not. And if you're wrong, I'm sorry too." And I said, "It is what it is." And I just hung it up, like, whatever. I was like, "You ain't gonna fucking pump me. Ain't no bitch gonna pump me, dude. Not when I know I'm absolute totem pole of truth." I just come up with that. That's pretty awesome. Totem pole of truth, dude. Like, if there was a totem pole of truth, my fucked up face would be on the top of that totem pole. Those Indians would be carving. They'd be like, "What is that?" They'd be like, "Ooh, that's the eagle. That's the turtle. That's the rabbit. But what is this?" And they're like,
"What is that truth?"
That's Chad.
What is that truth?
111. But dude, not even this.
Yeah, but dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper.
I really am thinking about
dig a little deeper.
my name.
Dig a little deeper right now. What is that truth?
When you said,
Okay, a conversation has to go two ways, Chad. Conversation has to go two ways, Chad. All right, no, but right now, that truth, because recognizing the higher self in everybody is the ultimate truth. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how we're going to solve the world's problems, and it's not going to stay in war.
Well, dude, sometimes you gotta be mean, dude.
But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the difference? Do you see how I've organically got what I got? Is because of those invisible masters.
Yes.
I have less connection. I have less official networking. I have less resources. I have less finances. I have less people. But what is it I have an abundance of? It is a very wise kernel I have, like we all have. But the key is we all have it.
What would you call me?
And to awaken that into everybody.
Barnabas? Am I Cheat? Am I 111? Am I Chad? Tell me what I am.
I am simply enhancing. I am simply enhancing everything you're saying. But to also remember one of Christ's most profound messages, which was, "What reward is there just to love your friend and not your enemy?" And that makes no enemies. So it's not so much a truth hunt as it is a higher self out of everyone we want.
That's fucking powerful. That's fucking cool shit. But what do I call myself? Barnabas? Or do I stick with Chip? Or do I stick with?
It's the name. The name is irrelevant. The energy, like the energy, is what really matters the most. Energy is what matters the most. You know, like you were saying before, soldiers go to war and kill, and someone else kills and go to jail.
One thing yet, man. They're like, damn, like, what am I? Like, I would say weirdo. Like, weirdo would be kind of cool, like. But the thing is, like, I really haven't produced anything for anyone to really even be like, I just thought about that. You kind of got to produce. Oh, dude. Christ is bringing it around. That documentary. I'm watching it as soon as I get off here. How could I fucking not? Dude, it'll change your life. Oh, fuck. Dude, this is so important to me. It's so fucking important to me, dude, because this is no bullshit. This is so important to me because this isn't a documentary. This is like life when I was a kid, dude. Like, hold on. It's on my fucking tongue, dude. Hold on. What's that fucking, graffiti song we all grew to? It's called, dude, it's so fucking close. Let me manifest this. I do my hands like this and it's crazy energy. I promise it starts with an S. Put the S in,
I don't know, but did you hear that Cryon thing where he's talking about how Jesus was a regular man and he wasn't celibate?
Yes.
That I believe is truth.
Yeah, that's why there's a Christ book.
And and I think that's why they did that, to make it seem like it's unobtainable for us, but truly is obtainable for all of us.
Keep speaking. I'm gonna find it. Keep speaking. When I find this, the word that I pop out.
Father God, I pray you bless this conversation today. I pray you bless our purity. I pray you bless our intention. I pray you bless the bridge that we continue to build. I pray you bless my words so that it comes out the way it should. I pray you bless Brother Chad. I pray you bless. I pray you bless everything in this moment.
Hallelujah, praise your name. The influx that my brother pt2 played
Hare Krishna.
Put this energy to me, and this is so profound. I pray pt2 that you will go on YouTube and you will type in Style Wars 1983 in parentheses. It's Style, STYLE, space Wars, and then in parentheses put 1983 and hit play. It's an hour-long documentary. I'm not expecting you to watch the whole thing right now. I'm not expecting that. But I'm saying if you put it in, there's no way you'll be able to stop it. It's so powerful that you'll put it in, and you'll never stop it. Like, well, I'm a graffiti artist, so I say that. I'm putting my headphones back in. But put it in and hit play, but it's more than graffiti. It's about truth. Like, I say that you won't stop it. You won't be able to stop it. I promise you. Like, it's This is just Christ consciousness. Did you play it?
No, right now I'm
See the
meditating.
subway trains going?
Right now I have
I promise you
an alignment.
you don't even have to be graffiti.
Strong waves are coming through right now.
Is a part of hip hop, and like hip hop is graffiti. It can't exist on each other, and that's why I said, dude, if I did your album covers, it would look like this shit. But I promise you, the shit you hear and the words you speak, this is what I grew up in. This was literally my life. This is what I wasn't in NYC. I told you I went to a different place all the time. I was all these different places, but I was always around people that were on this element of life. Like, this is one of the most underestimated documentaries in the world. Not in America, in the world. Like, it goes deeper than graffiti. It goes into these people's houses. Like, it follows them around. And this is 1983. This is like a fucking history lesson. If you watch this, you won't be the same person. Like, they literally do that. They come looking for us like that. This is like, dude, like my military training, I probably got more training as a graffiti artist before I went in the military as I did, like, dude, I know you're watching it, dude. All I'm saying is watch this, and this will change your life. I don't give a fuck if you write graffiti. This will change your life. And I figured out a way around it. I poured the beer into a glass, and I poured the cigarette butt out. See? I'm a fucking genius, dog. Most people would sip around the butt. I said, no. Pour all the contents into a glass and take out what's compromised.
Next time, drink apple cider vinegar with me and water.
See how he's doing that right there? See how he's writing that?
That'd be so good.
I can do that. Like, I can do that. Like, I do well, dude, my graffiti name is Look. On the streets, you could be like, Chad, no. They'd be like,
That's
Look?
so healthy.
Oh, fuck, dude, I know Look. You know Look? They'll be like, you don't know Look. Because the only way you're going to know Look in Tulsa is if you're a homeless bum and you ride the rails, because I only spray the rails and the only people that see me are homeless bums. And half the times after I spray it, I throw my cans to it and I'm like, recycle this, get a few bucks. And they're like, ride the rails with us. That's what that one guy was like, you could ride the rails, but you're too cool. They'd be fighting you. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, anyone that rides the rails, you got to fight somebody first when you get into that next town. Like, every town controls someone that rides the rails. And I was like, I'm not down with that. But, dude, listen to this guy right here. Like he's saying, dude, like, oh, dude, I'm telling you, this will change your fucking life.
Check this
you
out.
don't have to believe me.
Arjun said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about those most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled.
This is something that has nothing to do with your artistic form, but it will take your artistic form to the next level. This will educate you. Like, you could go to the biggest libraries in this country and not find the education that you will receive from this film. Because this was in 83 when this was made, and they are talking to real artists. Whether you're a graffiti artist, a rap artist, if you're a true
But you
artist,
cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
1983 language, dude. Dude, I got a notebook like that. I do that shit every day. I got like just thousands of pages of shit like that, dude. I got a Sharpie. I go through about 2 Sharpies a fucking month, dude. One of my favorite, dude, I used to have people boost Sharpies for me that wanted me to, like, they'd be like, do a mural here. I'll be like, you gotta boost my Sharpies, you gotta boost the paint. There's a whole fucking pay thing of people that just boost paint. There's a whole fucking subculture of people that get paid just off boosting paint and boosting markers for graffiti artists. We don't go steal our paints. We don't buy our paints. We get it from boosters. Boosters that like go steal diapers and shit for people like that. There's a whole fucking underground society of people that steal shit for graffiti artists. Like, they go to hardware stores and they get all the shit. They hover it, and like, that's what I'm saying. That's why graffiti is so awesome, because it's like, it takes like 4 or 5 people to make a graffiti throw go down. It takes someone that's gonna steal the fucking paint, get the fucking stencils, get the fucking nozzles. Then you gotta have someone to look out for you. It might take 2 or 3 days to finish the piece. You have to find a fucking, you're gonna be doing it on public property, which is illegal, which is a rush in itself. And then you have to have lookouts. You have to have people looking out for you. And then sometimes, so many times when you're doing a piece, you have to run and hide in the woods. I don't know how many times I've hidden trees, cops with flashlights right underneath me, dude. I'm literally 2 branches above them, hugging a fucking tree. Literally a branch is about to break. I got the skin of plate paint in my hand to leave, and then we get down and we finish the tag, dude. I couldn't tell you how many times something like that went down. And the last thing I tagged got hit by this drainage ditch, and believe it or not, I'm out there tagging something, and these fucking little kids come by and they're tagging shit. And I was like, and they were looking at me, and I said, but they weren't tagging like me. They were just literally just like put dookie on a fucking wall. But I was like, they want to learn something, watch. And they watched, and they were just like, holy shit. It's like, hey, dude, you gotta have nozzles, you gotta have equipment, you gotta have a true graffiti artist can't throw his tag unless he's 100% comfortable. Like if he's worried that cops come around the corner or a fucking subway is coming around the corner, you can't do it. So you gotta have people you trust that's watching all your ends, dude. Like it's like a simple wood tag would probably take me 4 or 5 hours, and I'd need about 5 people. I needed 3 lookouts, 2 people keeping me, throwing me my paint, stencils, shit like that. But that's why everybody does trains, because trains move, and if you get in the train yard, not many people can get there to fuck with you. But if you get busted in the train yard, I think it's a felony. And because of the new laws, like the new fucking terrorist laws and homeland security laws. But the reason people love to tag trains is they're mobile. So like you tag a train in New York City, say you tag the fucking B train, and you call all your friends and say, look dude, I put a sweet piece on the B train. Look at 3 o'clock, it'll be, and that whole piece would go all over the whole fucking city. You tag a bus, you tag somebody's car, you tag something mobile because then everyone sees it, you know? It's awesome. But you know, in the suburbs you're lucky if you can just tag a curb, dude. But what time are you on it? Are you breakdancing for yet? Are you at the breakdancing for yet?
I've been meditating. I've been meditating.
Go to the 8-minute mark. Go to the 8-minute mark. That's where I'm at. And you'll see some real life fucking vocabulary of real people in the 80s that don't exist no more. You'll see some real life. This is like some shit that came out of the Smithsonian, dude. If you really know what you're looking at. If you really know what you're looking at, it's your shit straight out of the Smithsonian. You ain't looking at it. You ain't looking at it, dog. What do you want? Are you on Star Wars right now?
Listen, my dear Arjuna, who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me.
I need your second opinion on this. I need you to visually witness this and get your opinion on it. Alright? I need your fucking spiritual opinion on what I'm witnessing here.
Well, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman and the unmanifested?
Alright, say that again.
This is out of the Bhagavad Gita devotional service.
Say that again.
Which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
Those are the most perfect, those only speak from their own dimensional soul. Those that have quit the journey for looking and accepting word from others, are writing down, accepting the whole from their own soul.
So it's up to each divine individual.
What would you say if you would?
Right. So not accepting from others. So that's where we have to be more in tune with the Jedi Force.
No, I'm not saying not accepting from others.
But do you see the divine guidance system is within?
I'm going to blow your mind again. Haven't you? This is what blows my mind about truth.
And I know what frequencies have helped, and I know what frequencies haven't along the whole way. No, I could tell, because I've been a huge ball of sensitivity, feeling it all.
No, brother, listen, you're more than that.
We all are more than that.
This is what blows my mind about truth. And truth to me is one of the most on this earth realm of existence in a physical body that can say words. You are above and beyond what most people could ever dream to be verbally. But what you're lacking is this, brother. And it's really not, you're not lacking anything at all. I take that back. There's nothing you're lacking. You're blessed. You're lucky. You got people like me and just your family in your life. But I would say this. I would say the biggest flaw that I see in Too True is this. And I got to be real because that's all I can be. And I can tell by the way that you enunciate. Sometimes when you say things, I never told you this, but like I'm very clairvoyant. And one of the main ways I can gauge on people's reactions and truth is the tone of their voice, the verbal tone when they speak. And I got to tell you this. Pause this. And I hope there's people that love you in the room listening to this because they'll tell you it's true. You don't have enough faith in yourself yet, man. You have faith in others. You have faith in what you know you can produce in others, but you truly have yet to put or find yourself in a situation that is yet to extract the true And I'm not saying, look, that comes on God's time. That comes on Jesus Christ's time. No man can gauge you or judge you on that. But I'm saying when it comes, get ready because, look. That's why my graffiti name is Look, because I'm always saying look. So it's like, look. Oh, dude, I'll tell you this, dude. One day, I promise, just for the shit of it, this is how I do. I might roll through your town without even telling you. I might have a friend come through with the key, and I'm like, and he knows I don't do that no more. And I'll say, hey, yeah, give me some of your package, just enough to get me enough to do a look rug in this guy's town, and enough to get a bus ticket, and he'll drop me off a few kilos or whatever. I'll make my money, and I'll be that invisible person that goes away. And I'll spray paint. I'll tag I'll put up one of my best fucking throws ever. I'll put up a look throw in your hometown where I know you're gonna go by or whatever, and you'll be with your people, and you're gonna go, holy shit, dude is here. And you're gonna go, what are you talking about? No, dude is here. What do you mean? Dude is here. He's in our town. What do you mean? How do you know? You see that look fucking graffiti? That look tag? I only know one guy that does look. Chip Skylark is here. 111 is in our town. And then I'll creep up right behind you and I'll be like, dog, what's up? And you'll be like, I'll guarantee you'll be like, holy shit. Are you there?
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll be like, oh, dude, I thought you were bigger than that. Like, you'll be like, I thought you were, your voice, you talk so, and I'm just this little guy, dude, but this little guy that can do Bruce Lee shit, dude. Like, I'm a little guy, but I'm really not that little when you start looking at me, but really I am little, but I'll be like, dude, I don't care. You might be in St. Louis. I probably do have it. I'm sure every city I've been in, I've tagged something, and I've been to St. Louis many, many times. One of my favorite places to go in St. Louis, I'd always go to the fucking casinos on the river, and I'd always go to fucking, what do they call that bar district? Fucking, if I don't say it, then you're just saying copying, but hold on. There's like that fucking, they got this bar district down there. It's a whole fucking zone. They call it the fucking something, and, hold on. Give me just like I told you. Like I deal with spirit, so I gotta wait for spirit to travel. Spirit, what is that freaking place? The downtown bar district. And you're sitting here going, you're talking to Siri. I don't talk to Siri. The landing. There's a whole bar district down there called the Landing. And oh, dude, I had a fake ID since I was 17. All you gotta do to get a fake ID is so simple, dude. Oh, dude, why do you keep playing that? I would rather hear you blow some shit off your fucking mind. I'm done with that kind of run shit. I want to hear you say something. I'm going to put you on the spot, okay? You ready? Let's see. I'm going to graduate you here. This is like, okay, you're drafted first in the draft, right? The spiritual draft. Jesus Christ just drafted you. He's got you on the spot. You're going to the Cleveland Browns. You're coming to Tulsa. All right, here you are. You're a Chit G. You're a Chit Skylar. We're on the fringes of reality, and I'm showing you how all this shit works. Then I look over at you, and I see that you're tripping. And I'm like, dude, True is he's having doubts. He's second guessing himself. He's second guessing me. So too true. I gotta ask you, what do you do in a situation like that? Oh, you want me to tell you? Here we go. Oh. I smoked a seed for the first time in a long time. They normally don't get by me, but this one did. That's how you know you're smoking some shit weed, when this fucking seed is so light colored that it blends in. Fucking seed should be dark, dude. Anytime you get your weed and that seed is white or light colored, it's premature. Your seed, it should be the surefire way to know that your weed come out of a true plant is if it's really dark brown and it's got like tiger stripes on it that are almost black looking. Like, that's a mature seed. Anything outside of that is a weakling shit. Most of the shit we think we're smoking is kind bud is fucking bitch bud. And I'll talk on it. Used to go there with it. Used to have a blade in my sock when I talked about it, but now I sit back and just rock it with a fucking... Just pour me a cheap fucking beer inside a fucking cheap glass that was washed here under some fucking dirty tap water.